Well, no game to recap here for Nebraska on Monday, but we heard from head coach Matt Rule. Hi, Sean Callahan, HuskerOnline.com, as his team will get ready for Michigan State. They were able to get some physical practices in here over the bye.
Yeah, we went good on good. We wanted to get back to just playing football, and that's something I think most people do during the bye weeks. Maybe the second bye week you rest up a little bit, but we understand that we have to. We're one of the top teams in the country throwing the ball. We're one of the top teams in the country at pass defense. We are not there running the football. We are not there stopping the run. And obviously we talked about protecting setting the pocket. So there's areas that we need to get significantly better at, and I don't know how to get better at running the ball and stopping the run other than in practice. So we went good on good. We worked those things. We have a lot of D linemen getting a lot better. As I've said, I know it's just the football part of it. If a lot of the runs aren't necessarily always on the D line. They're on everybody. It takes all 11 guys to run the football and stop the run. That being said, I think everyone got better during the bye week and also had a chance to kind of catch their breath over the weekend. And they came back. They were ready to work last night. We're off today, and we'll get after it tomorrow.
Questions for Nebraska regarding the offensive line, particularly maybe that left tackle position. Will we see a change this week?
Yeah, you'll see it on Saturday. And I mean that respectfully. I don't want to start saying a lot of things about what's going to happen. But I thought last week, guys, we kind of clarified a little bit what we were going to do, and I think after a game like that, you know exactly what you need to work on. And so I think each guy has improved last week. But I think we feel good about, hey, here's what we're going to go with.
Another area of question for Nebraska here over the bye week has been that running back spot behind Emmett Johnson.
Yeah, I think we have a really good plan. We won't say anything until Saturday. You guys will see it. But I think we came out of the bye week feeling really good about a lot of guys in terms of where they're at. I thought the team got a lot better last week. So I think we have some clarity, and we'll have some things still go on this week, right? Some guys battle things out as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday. I think we feel good about kind of where we are.
Still no word, unfortunately, on the status of defensive back Malcolm Hartzog.
Yeah, he's doubtful for this week. He's trying to come back, but I can't say that he'll be back this week. I can't rule him out, but I can't say he'll be back.
As for this matchup with the Spartans, head coach Jonathan Smith has them at 3-1. They've got a very talented young quarterback, Aiden Childs, who's going to give people trouble all season with his mobility.
Well, they're a pro-style offense, and so he does all the pro-style things. He's truly playing quarterback. He's checking runs. He's going, outside zone to outside zone away. He's going, outside zone to naked or play action. He's going play action to play action away. So he's a thinking man's quarterback, which I respect. He's completing 70% of his passes, right? So he's taking what's there. He's protecting the football, and he is dynamic. He can run. We'll obviously see the quarterback draw and all the things that we've seen, so we'll have to be prepared to stop that. But it's also his ability to run behind the line of scrimmage when needed to and create plays. But explosive player, one of the better quarterbacks in the Big Ten. Something else Rule hit on about the Spartans, they are a great special teams unit. Yeah, he's an NFL punter. It's impressive what he can do. We also have a really good punt return team. So they have an excellent punt team. We have an excellent punt return team. So we'll have to make good decisions backed up. At the same time, we want Jacory to catch the ball and go try to make something happen. We're here to play football. Okay, so we're going to try to win the game. We're going to try to play football. We're not going to just fair catch everything. We're going to try to go make some plays. And so I trust Jacory. But it's really not Jacory. It's the 10 guys in front of him, that give him a chance. And but the punter's excellent. They're punt return team, and they're number one in the country in punt returns too. So they've got excellent special teams, but we like our special teams too, and it should be a great battle.
Over the bye week itself, Rule said it was also good just to get a chance to watch a lot of other football.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time recruiting, so I didn't get as much as I normally. I saw some high school games, but I think watching. I think the message I said to our players is, how does Alabama go from losing the first game to then they beat Georgia, and how does Florida State go from beating Alabama and then losing to Virginia, and how does Illinois go from giving up 63 points, being 63-10, to then turning around and beating USC? And I think there's way more parity in college football than ever before. And B, it comes down to your mindset, you know what I mean? And so are you locked in and focused? And whereas, outside the building you might hear a lot of people say, well, this team's this team's that. You really never know which version of that team's going to show up. You can only control yourself. And so making sure that our guys have the best version of ourselves showing up. I believe last year Michigan State coming off the bye, they came out and they beat Iowa. in Iowa City, which is a hard thing to do. That's a good football team. So Jonathan Smith is an excellent coach. They'll have their team ready. We have to have our team ready. And I think that's the biggest thing. And you saw a lot more close games going down to the wire, coming down to one play. And so in a game where, our game came down to probably one play, not saying we're a play away, but came down to one play, our guys have to make sure that they're ready to play so every player can chase their one play and aggregate 20, 30 better plays.
Another thing of note, it will be a 43-day homestand for Nebraska from Arrowhead Stadium to the next road game at Maryland a week from Saturday. We did learn as well here on Monday that Maryland game will be a 2:30 p.m. kickoff, but nonetheless, it's been great for this team to get the chance to play so many home games.
I think it's been great. We haven't having to deal with they have the travel component of it, which is a big part of this league. We'll be dealing with it here soon. I think when you're faced with a league with so much travel, we can find the things that we love. Man, we got a chance to start off at home a bunch. We can find the things that we hate. We have 2 Friday games. I know they just announced Maryland's 3:30. We were hoping for 11 so we could get back. So we have two Saturday away games, and then coming back and playing a Friday game. So, I heard Coach Lanning talk about the other day about travel they have to do. We're facing teams coming off bye weeks a lot this year. But you know what? 18 teams spread out throughout the country, and someone's going to be upset about something. So I'll take the good with the bad. We'll play the game on Saturday, and after the game kicks off, none of that really matters. It really comes down to how you play. So like I said, no one cares. Go play. But I think it's been great to be at home. I like playing in front of my wife and kids. You know what I mean? Like, I like playing in front of my neighbors. I like playing like our players. I like seeing our players after the game, and they got their girlfriends and their parents with them. Some people obviously travel with us, but it's cool to be at home.
Coach Rule was also able to get on the road over the recruiting period here. He was able to see tight end Ryan Terwilliger in Texas, Louisiana tight end Ahmad Hudson, and then he checked in on 4-star Husker quarterback commitment Trey Taylor in Chicago. With the Huskers in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.